gave my heart and soul to you, girl.
This is a Honda CB200, which is very similar to the CB175, but other than the size of the feeler gauge you have to use, this is meant to be a general universal twin-cylinder valve adjustments video. So to start, you're going to take off the stator cover on the left side of the bike. At least the left spark plug is coming out. And then the covers to the valves. There's 4. We're going to start on the left side. A ratchet is the easiest to use for this. Turn in the direction of the arrow. Find the compression stroke by putting your finger on the spark hole. So when you put your finger over it, you should be feeling pressure when you've crossed the F mark. If you don't, go around again, and then on that turn, the left side should have compression. If the spark plug is in, you can feel the compression as you get to the F mark, but you can't tell which cylinder is on the compression stroke unless one side rattles when you wiggle it, and the other doesn't. And you want it to rattle on the side you're working on. Then set the index thing little mark to T, top dead center, the highest point of the piston. Start on the rear intake valve on the left side. Yes, this is the right side. I didn't record it for the left side. It doesn't matter. It's all the same. You're doing this on the left side of the bike first. Loosen the locking nut. Then take a square valve adjuster. This one came with another bike, and obviously you can buy one, but people also use needle nose pliers as well. And then loosen the square stem that's sticking up just a little. And now you gotta have a set of feeler gauges. Number 3 feeler gauge for inches. Stick it in and tighten the square stem till it just grips it. The saying is tappy valves are happy valves, so it's more important to be a little loose than a little tight, but you don't want to hear your valves tapping all the time. And number 3 is oversized, so to spec, it's actually using number 2, but we're going with a little loose. I'm going with a little loose. It's up to you, but I'm going with a little loose. So tighten the stem until it grips, which there's going to be a lot of back and forth in this, so you just kind of nudge like the teeniest bits of back and forth until it's just the right grippiness that you feel it as you're pulling it, as opposed to loosely sliding around in there. And then retighten the nut with the gauge still in there. So that way when you tighten it, and you can still move around the gauge with the same friction, you know you didn't hit the stem when you were turning it. So when you're turning the stem, because the tool is on the nut, you're turning the nut too. But when you're using a ratchet, you're not touching the stem, so you're just turning the nut. Might as well just like finger tighten the nut first and then tighten it down with a ratchet. And then do the same thing for the front exhaust cover.
I thought that heart of yours was true, girl. Now didn't I think it, baby? Didn't I think it, baby? But this time I'm really leaving you, girl. Oh, hope you know it, baby. Hope you know it, baby. 10 times or more, yes, I walk out the door.
And then go to the other side of the bike after rotating 360 degrees from T all the way around back to T again. So compression will be on the right side, and you could check by reaching over and putting your thumb over the spark plug hole on that side. And that's it. not doing long videos about the CB200. Did a bunch of videos about the Honda 50. I think that's a much more popular motorcycle. CB200 is kind of a transitional motorcycle. I don't think it's popular. I don't think people are lusting after it the way some of the other Honda stuff is. So yeah, CB200 videos are quick videos. Just trying it out. It's the Spark Notes. It's whatever I take from the process of doing it, and I just do it in like the quickest way I can, which involves some rambling because every quick journey needs some rambling.